David Banks. Lias Andersson scored thrice for Sweden during the World Junior Summer Showcase and added 1 assist and 11 shots on goal. Swedish coach Thomas Monton said of Andersson, "Lias is a player that leaves everything on the ice every time. That's a big key factor for your team. We need the leadership, that kind of work ethic on the ice." NHL. Andersson was the captain for Team Sweden. Monton added that Andersson was good during this time last year, but didn't make the impression that he did this year. NHL. Andersson played in 7 games for Sweden at the World Juniors last year, scoring thrice, adding 6 PIM, 19 shots on goal, a +2 rating and 14.24 per game. Corey Proman tweeted about Andersson, "He was consistently good. He's not kind of guy who decks through a team, but good all-around player." For a lot more on Andersson, click here. April 6, 2017. San Jose, California, USA. Edmonton Oilers center David Desharnais 13 controlled the puck against the San Jose Sharks during the second period at Saab Center at San Jose. The Edmonton Oilers defeated the San Jose Sharks 42. Mandatory credits Stan szeto-usa. Today Sports. Stan szeto. When the Oilers acquired David Desharnais at the trade deadline this past year, Peter Chiarelli said that Desharnais is an undersized player but strong on the puck and competitive. Sportsnet. Chiarelli noted that he had seen Desharnais a lot when he worked for Ottawa and Boston and said that helps a smart, experienced player who makes smart decisions without the puck. Oilers. Desharnais played in 18 games for the Oilers, scoring 2 goals, 2 assists, a -1 rating, 16 shots on goal, 24 shot attempts, 54.3% on face-offs and an average of 11.21 per game. He played in 13 playoff games for the Oilers, scoring once, adding 3 assists, 6 shots on goal, 47.4% on face-offs and 932 per game. David Banks. When asked after the draft to describe his game, Rangers first-round pick Lias Andersson said that he is a two-way center that loves to change games and score big goals. NHL transcript. He added, "I want to be a leader. So, yeah, you'll say I'm a leader." Andersson said that he likes to pattern his game after guys like Jonathan Toews, Claude Giroux, and said that he thinks he can play a little bit tough and score big goals. Adam Hunger. Following his 400th career win this season, Henrik Lundqvist spoke about goalie coach Benoit Allaire and said that Allaire has been the most important person to him during his time with the Rangers. And why Lundqvist said, "To have that consistency and someone who is so positive and so much structure in the way that he works. You get to know him over the years and he knows me really well, how I work, how I feel, and it's just fun." And why he added that Allaire knows how to push me and without question he has meant a lot to me personally and to my game and to develop it. I adjusted my game through the years and he has been a big part of that. And why app 73017 Kevin Shattenkirk said that he is excited about all of the pressure that will be placed upon him after signing with the Rangers. He said that being from the area he understands things from the fans' point of view and that he welcomes it. Shattenkirk said that this past season brought a lot of pressure to him, as did the trade to the Capitals, but he feels that he prevailed and came through it pretty well. David Banks at Nieva said that he knows what will be expected during training camp this season and that his goal is to make the Rangers. And why he said that he thinks he is capable of achieving that goal as long as he is healthy and playing at his best. Nieves added, "I think there's a chance to show what I can really do at this level. I just want to prove that I belong here." Adam Hunger. Chris Kreider scored a career-high 28 goals this season en route to 53 points in 75 games. The Hockey News wrote, "He'll be 40 and will be saying this will be his breakout season. Don't be surprised when he puts up the same numbers." Kreider had a career-high 186 shots on goal and a shooting percentage of 15.1%. For a lot more on Kreider's season, click here. April 13, 2017. Washington, D.C., USA. Washington Capitals defenseman Kevin Shattenkirk 22 skates with the puck past Toronto Maple Leafs defenseman Roman Polak 46 in the first period in Game 1 of the first round of the 2017 Stanley Cup playoffs at Verizon Center. Mandatory credit Geoff Burke-usa. Today Sports. Geoff Burke with the Caps down 20 to the Penguins into second round. Kevin Shattenkirk was a -7 in the playoffs. At the time, Barry Trotz said that Shattenkirk was doing some really good things offensively but that helps been mooring that third pairing for us. Shattenkirk said before Game 3 that he knew he hadn't been playing well enough and that he had to return to having fun on the ice. CSN Mid-Atlantic Ryan McDonough scored on a breakaway tonight in his game during the Minnesota Summer League Beauty League. 5:03 OPM Andersson scored his second goal of the game for Sweden, and Button praised his hockey sense and ability to be in the right place at the right time. 4:05 OPM Rangers first-round pick Lias Andersson scored in the first period of today's game against Team USA at the World Junior Summer Showcase. New York Rangers right wing Jesper Fast 19 celebrates his goal against the Ottawa Senators with defenseman Brendan Smith 42 and defenseman Brady Skjei 76 during the first period in Game 5 of a second-round NHL Hockey Stanley Cup Playoff Series in Ottawa on Saturday, May 6, 2017. The Canadian press Adrian Wild in September 2010, after watching him in training camp, then Red Wings coach Mike Babcock said that Brendan Smith has the ability to be a game-breaker. Live in 2013, Babcock spoke about how Smith can force things and that his role with the Red Wings was to kill penalties and get the puck going. Live Babcock added, in 2013, that Smith was a work in progress but has done a good job for us and the thing is HES ultra competitive. Live March 17, 2017 New York, USA. New York Rangers left wing JT Miller 10 controlled the puck against Florida Panthers left wing Jonathan Huberdeau 11 during first period at Madison Square Garden. Mandatory credit Noah K. Murray at Today Sports. Noah K. Murray. JT Miller finished this past season with 22 goals and 34 assists to set a career high in points 56 and assists 34. Prior to the season, Miller was projected to score the following amount of points. The Hockey News read before the season that JT Miller was one of the only young Ranger forwards who didn't plateau last season. He sniped 22 goals playing 15 minutes a game. He earns more trust and ice time. Flaherty with 30 goals. May 2, 2017 New York, USA. New York Rangers right wing Kevin Hayes 13 brings the puck up ice against the Ottawa Senators during the second period in Game 3 of the second round of the 2017 Stanley Cup playoffs at Madison Square Garden. Mandatory credit Adam Hungerusa. Today Sports. Adam Hunger. Following the Rangers trade of Derek Stepan to Arizona, Larry Brooks wrote that there is no one with more pressure to step up their game than Kevin Hayes. NY Post. Alan Vino said recently that the Rangers feel that Hayes, along with Mika Zibanejad, both have more to give. NY Post. He said that both of them are young players who have great upside. This is going to be a great opportunity for them to take on bigger roles and have more responsibility. NY Post. Brad Penn. The Rangers have announced that Joe Moorminer has joined the Wolfpack as an assistant coach. Moorminer joins the staff of Keith McCambridge, who was promoted to head coach in Hartford earlier this offseason. For the Rangers release, Moorminer, 35, joins the Rangers organization after serving one season as the assistant coach at Mercyhurst University. Under Moorminer's guidance, 3 Mercyhurst defensemen averaged at least 0.50 points per game during the 201,617 season. In addition to helping players on the ice, Moorminer worked in a player development role during his one season at Mercyhurst. Adam Hunger 72,717 on the NHL Network. They took a look at projecting what the Rangers lines could be for this coming season. Chris Kreider, Mika Zibanejad, Matt Zuccarello, Jimmy Vesey, Kevin Hayes, Rick Nash, JT Miller, David Desharnais, Pavel Buchnevich, Michael Grabner, Boone Yevis, Jesper Fast. Matt Puempel would be the 13th forward. Last season at 5-on-5 data rink, Henrik Lundqvist posted on Instagram a picture of pads that he may use this season. The pads feature the ceiling of MSG, part of the NYC skyline, and the Statue of Liberty. Danny Wild. After signing his 5-year contract on Tuesday, Mika Zibanejad talked about how the Rangers traded Derek Stepan and that set off an alert that he might get a bigger role. Zibanejad said that he is working hard this summer to make sure that he takes advantage of the chance that will present itself this season. He said that he has had moments in his career where he has felt he could bring his game to the next level, and that is what he has been working on this summer. Adam Hunger. David Banks. Lias Andersson had an assist, 4 shots on goal. 2 Piman was a +1 in a 43 Sweden win over Team USA in the World Junior Evaluation Camp. Andersson had the secondary assist on the tying goal with less than 5 minutes left in the third period. He was also assessed an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty with 1 second left in the third period. March 7, 2017 Sunrise, FL, USA. New York Rangers left wing Pavel Buchnevich, 89, celebrates his empty net goal against the Florida Panthers in the third period at BBT Center. The Rangers won 52. Mandatory credit Robert Mayer. Today Sports. Robert Mayer. Pavel Buchnevich said that he wants to play this season without injuries and that staying healthy is his only focus. Champion. Last season Buchnevich played in 41 games for the Rangers but missed 5 games with back spasms early in the year and then 26 with another back issue during the season. Buchnevich was also a healthy scratch 7 times during the season and played in 5 of the Rangers' 12 playoff games. Adam Hunger. Larry Brooks wrote earlier this week that Rangers are expected to attempt to trade Nick Holden in exchange for potential help at center. NY Post. Brooks wrote on Wednesday that the Rangers could move Holden for draft picks to both remove him from the crowded defense and also to clear a bit more cap space. NY Post. He also wrote last weekend that there is a glut of defensemen that could be moved, including many from Vegas, that is holding up a potential trade market. NY Post. March 13, 2017 New York, USA. New York Rangers left wing Jimmy Vesey, 26, plays the puck against Tampa Bay Lightning center Vladislav Namestnikov, 90, during the second period at Madison Square Garden. Mandatory credit Brad Penner. Today Sports. Brad Penner. Jimmy Vesey was on the Spit and Chiclets podcast this week and said the following things about his rookie season. He had a big start, the middle was up and down, but he liked how he finished the season playoffs and hopes to bring that momentum into next season. The toughest thing for him was the mental aspect of playing so many games. He said that he was fine physically but the mental part of the game took a toll. He said that it's a process to stay even-keeled. On Alan Vino, everyone says that he doesn't like rookies but I think he liked me, he played me in a lot of situations. On AV, Vesey added that he felt that everything he got he deserved and that Vino had faith in him right away. His focus this summer is on getting stronger, being tougher to play against in front of the net and puck protection. He is working both on flexibility and injury prevention as well as leg and core strength this summer. He spent 6 years learning Mandarin in high school and early in college when Hayes and Vesey were working out together last summer. Before Vesey signed with the Rangers, Hayes would put on songs mentioning New York all the time. The first-round series against Montreal was one of the most fun times he has had playing hockey. Listen to the entire interview here. Kevin Shattenkirk said that there were many factors at play in his decision to sign with the Rangers and that if you take away the playing at home factor, the biggest one was which team is ready to win. He said that he likes the chance to win that the Rangers have and that he also gets the chance to play with Ryan McDonagh, a great fit for me, as well as Brady Skjei, a phenomenal left-hand defenseman. He said that Henrik Lundqvist has a big say in the Rangers' window to win and added that the Rangers are always making moves to compete for a championship, saying that they have been a cup contender every year he has been in the league. Shattenkirk said, "It was a matter of having a chance to play at home, for sure, but really getting on a team that I think has a chance to win the Stanley Cup in the time frame that I'm signing for. Really didn't find a better situation than here." January 22, 2017 Detroit, Michigan, USA. New York Rangers left wing JT Miller 10 celebrates his game-winning goal in overtime against the Detroit Red Wings at Joe Louis Arena. New York 1-10. Mandatory credit Rick Ozentowski. Today Sports. Rick Ozentowski 72,217. Scott Arniel said during this past season that the Rangers want JT Miller to shoot the puck more. NHL.com. Over the past 2 seasons, Miller has scored 15, 16, 22 goals on 135 shots, 16.3% shooting percentage, 16, 17, 22 goals on 132 shots, 16.7% shooting percentage. He was 4th on the Rangers in goals last season but 8th in shots on goal. He attempted 20 fewer shots last season, 233, than he did the season before, 253. Ryan McDonagh scored tonight in the first period of his game in Minnesota Summer League debut. League McDonagh is teammates with Brady Skjei, who isn't playing tonight, and prospects Vinny Lettieri and Stephen Fogarty RALSI in the league. Skjei was in New York yesterday working with the Junior Rangers. November 15, 2016, Vancouver, British Columbia. Can New York Rangers forward Mika Zibanejad 93 skates against the Vancouver Canucks during the second period at Rogers Arena. The New York Rangers won 72. Mandatory credit Anne-Marie Sorvin-Usa. Today Sports. Anne-Marie Sorvin. Mika Zibanejad was on NHL Tonight on Tuesday and said the following: NHL.com on the deal getting done. You are always hoping for the deal to be done earlier, but I'm super happy it got done and got done before the hearing. On his role changing, you are hopeful for a bigger role every time it comes to a new season. You work for more responsibility and work hard for it, and now it looks like I have the opportunity to do that. You ask anyone, no one is going to say no to an opportunity like that. I will make sure that I'm prepared and doing everything I can to further the opportunity. On playing in New York, I can only speak for myself. Being a Swedish player, a lot of people know about the Rangers even if they aren't hockey interested. It's special as an opponent, and playing in Ottawa, you always look forward to playing that MSG and being on the road in New York. On Henrik Lundqvist and his window to win, it sounds very cliché, but just focus on the next year. You can't look forward or ahead too much. You want to take the opportunities ahead of you and be as good as we can next year and really be prepared to go further than we did this year. Zibanejad also conducted a conference call with reporters shortly after his deal was signed. David Banks 72,617. Larry Brooks writes that there has been no determination yet on where Philip Coutinho will play this coming season. Ryan Kennedy of the Hockey News said yesterday that Coutinho was most likely to play in North America this season. Coutinho could play in the Czech League for North Bay, the Rangers or the Wolf Pack. April 20, 2017, Montreal, Quebec. Can New York Rangers defenseman Brady Skjei 76 plays the puck during the second period in Game 5 of the first round of the 2017 Stanley Cup playoffs against the Montreal Canadiens at the Bell Centre. Mandatory credit Eric Boltius. Today Sports. Eric Bolt. Ryan McDonough said that it's going to be fun to see what Kevin Shattenkirk will be able to do with the Rangers this coming season. NHL.com. He praised Shattenkirk's skill set and all-around ability, saying that he is someone who can be counted on wherever he is in the lineup. NHL.com. McDonough said that he knows the kind of person that Shattenkirk is and that he is going to fit right in with our room perfectly. NHL.com. Brad Penner. Following the signing of Mika Zibanejad, the Rangers have 21 players signed and slightly over $3 million in cap space. Cap-friendly. That roster includes 12 forwards, including injured Jesper Fast, 7 defensemen, including Nick Holden and Anthony DeAngelo, and 2 goalies. Cap-friendly. Larry Brooks notes that if the Rangers go with 8 defensemen, including Holden, DeAngelo and Alexei Beriglasov, and 14 forwards, including Lias, Andersson, Bunyevesir for Jesper Fast, the Rangers have $445,556 in cap space. March 21, 2017, Newark, New Jersey, USA. New Jersey Devils goalie Corey Schneider 35 makes a save on New York Rangers center Mika Zibanejad 93 during the first period at Prudential Center, Edmonton, Holland, USA. Today Mika Zibanejad spoke on a conference call with the media this afternoon and said on Stepan being traded and his role. Seeing Derek being traded was a little bit of an alert to me that I might get a chance to play a bigger role. As a player you always want more responsibility and a bigger role. It's something that I'm working really hard to make sure that I take advantage of the chance that I'm getting. On not going to arbitration, it's something that we were hoping would happen, just like it did. We were sitting in the room and Geoff and my agent were negotiating basically until the last hour. I'm super happy that the deal got done and super happy to be staying in New York for the next 5 years, and I'm just really looking forward to next season. On being the number one center, you always want to improve and develop, and there has always been moments where you feel you can take your game to the next level, and that is what I'm working on in the summer, doing all the things that I can do to prepare myself for this opportunity, and I don't think there is a single guy out there that would say no to an opportunity like this. I'm super happy and excited for the season. You always want to improve and be better than last season. I'm super pumped and excited for this upcoming season. On him and Hayes being the top 2. Hayes had a great year last year, great center, very skilled, and he can score. He's a really good center, and it will be a fun challenge to step into this season with him and obviously try to help each other as much as we can and push each other to be better. I'm just super excited right now. September 27, 2016 New York, USA. New York Rangers center Mika Zibanejad, 93, reacts after scoring a first-period goal against the New York Islanders during a preseason hockey game at Madison Square Garden. Mandatory credit Andy Marlin, USA Today Sports. Andy Marlin, October 13, 2016 New York, USA. New York Rangers center Mika Zibanejad, 93, plays the puck against New York Islanders defenseman Travis Hamonic, 3 during the second period at Madison Square Garden. Mandatory credit Brad Penna. Today Sports. Brad Penna, December 20, 2016 Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. New York Rangers defenseman Nick Holden, 22, at the face-off circle against the Pittsburgh Penguins during the first period at the PPG Paints Arena. The Penguins won 7-2. Mandatory credit Charles Leclerc. Today Sports. Charles Leclerc. Larry Brooks wrote yesterday that the Rangers should have a formidable top four that includes Ryan McDonough and Brady Skjei on the left and Kevin Shattenkirk and Brendan Smith on the right. NY Post. Brooks notes though that the Rangers could have as many as 5 players battling for the final 2 spots on defense: Mark Stahl, Nick Holden, Anthony DeAngelo, Neil Pionk and Russian Alexei Bereglazov. NY Post. He notes that the Rangers believe that Pionk is NHL ready while he may battle with DeAngelo for the final spot. Both can be sent to Hartford without clearing waivers. March 21, 2017 Newark, New Jersey, USA. New Jersey Devils goalie Corey Schneider, 35, makes a save on New York Rangers center Mika Zibanejad, 93, during the first period at Prudential Center, Edmonton, USA. Today Pavel Golovkin, October 13, 2016 New York, USA. New York Rangers center Mika Zibanejad, 93, plays the puck against New York Islanders defenseman Travis Hamonic, 3 during the second period at Madison Square Garden. Mandatory credit Brad Penna. Today Sports. Brad Penna, March 18, 2017 St. Paul, MN, USA. New York Rangers defenseman Mark Stahl, 18, hits Minnesota Wild forward Zach Parise, 11 during the first period at Xcel Energy Center. Mandatory credit Brace Hemelgarn. Today Sports. Brace Hemelgarn. The Rangers do not appear likely to buy out the contract of Mark Stahl when the second buyout window opens later this week. NY Post. Buying out Stahl would leave the Rangers with savings and dead cap money of cap-friendly $17-18 $3.56 million saved, $2.13 million cap hit $18-19 $3.56 million saved, $2.13 million cap hit $19-20 $2.56 million saved, $3.13 million cap hit 2021 $1.76 million saved, $3.93 million cap hit 2,122 $1.43 million cap hit 2,223 $1.43 million cap hit 2,324 $1.43 million cap hit 2,425 $1.43 million cap hit. Brooks writes that Stahl had a pretty good first half last season, but his game fell off after suffering a concussion going into the All-Star break. NY Post. Brooks writes that the Rangers would likely prefer to keep Stahl for at least one more season, especially with Alan Vino's belief and trust in veteran players. NY Post. Adam Hunger. Jimmy Vesey said that Matt Zuccarello inspires everyone with his work ethic and how tenacious he is on the puck. Newsday. Brendan Smith praised Zuccarello's work ethic and said that when he is making plays and winning battles, everybody feeds off of it. Mike Milbury said early in the series against Montreal that Zuccarello is fun to watch and always plays with energy. February 13, 2017 Columbus, Ohio, USA. New York Rangers left wing Jimmy Vesey, 26, shoots against the Columbus Blue Jackets during the first period at Nationwide Arena. New York beat Columbus 32. Mandatory credit Russell Labonte. Today Sports. Russell Labonte, 72,117. Jimmy Vesey said during the playoffs that he still has so much room to grow as a player and that just going through the season and playoffs gave him confidence. NY Post. 52,917. Jimmy Vesey said toward the end of the regular season that he considered his rookie year to be pretty good and that he was only going to get better from the point forward. NY Post. He said that during the regular season he had some stretches of really good hockey but also had some lulls. NY Post Brad Penner at NHL.com. Dan Rosen projects what the Rangers depth chart, as of now, could be for the season. Chris Kreider, Mika Zibanejad, Matt Zuccarello, Jimmy Vesey, Kevin Hayes, Rick Nash, JT Miller, David Desharnais, Pavel Buchnevich, Michael Grabner, Boone Yevis, Jesper Fast, Ryan McDonough, Kevin Shattenkirk, Brady SKJEI, Brendan Smith, Mark Stahl, Nick Holden. Sean Day said that he would like to move on from his junior hockey career in the OL and transition to the pro game, but said that he has to show the Rangers that he is ready to play pro hockey. NY Post. He said that he is going to do whatever he can to take the next step and show the organization that he is ready. NY Post. Day is able to play in the AHL this season and was also invited to Team USA's World Junior Camp. NY Post. February 2, 2017. Dallas, Texas, USA. Winnipeg Jets goalie Andre Pavelec, 31, faces the Dallas Stars attack during the first period at the American Airlines Center. Mandatory credit Jerome Moron. USA Today Sports. Jerome Moron. Henrik Lundqvist says that he has played against new backup goalie Andre Pavelec many times in his career and that Pavelec has experience both as a starter and backup. Hockey's Farrier. Lundqvist said that every time he plays with a newer goalie there are things he learns about training and preparation. He said that the most important thing is that they develop a good relationship early on because they will spend a lot of time together, and with goalie coach Benoit Allaire. Pavelec has appeared in 11 games against Lundqvist in his career, stopping 92% of the shots, allowing 2.1 goals per game and pitching 2 shutouts with a record of 541. Hockey Ref. May 4, 2017. New York, New York, USA. The New York Rangers salute the fans after defeating the Ottawa Senators in Game 4 of the second round of the 2017 Stanley Cup playoffs at Madison Square Garden. Mandatory credit Brad Penner. USA Today Sports. Brad Penner. Newly signed Rangers goalie prospect Alexander Georgiev left Russia to play in Finland after feeling he wasn't going to get a good chance to play with his team in Russia. He was invited to Finland at a youth goalie camp by Finnish and former NHL goalie Fredrik Norrena, who is the goalie coach for TPS Turku. Georgiev said that he had been speaking with the Rangers for some time and knew that they were considering a contract for him when he came over for development camp. Sports. February 25, 2017. Newark, New Jersey, USA. New York Rangers center Mika Zibanejad, 93, celebrates his game-winning goal in overtime at Prudential Center. The Rangers defeated the Devils 43. Mandatory credit Ed Mulholland. News Today Sports. Ed Mulholland. Mika Zibanejad has an arbitration hearing scheduled for this coming Tuesday, July 25. If no contract has been reached by Sunday, then both parties will submit the numbers to the arbitrator for Tuesday's hearing. Last summer the Rangers submitted $3.2 million and Chris Kreider submitted $4.75 million for a one-year deal, before they settled on a 4-year contract worth $4.625 million per season. Brad Penner. 71,917. The Rangers have officially announced the signing. 71,817. The Rangers have signed goalie prospect Alexander Georgiev to an entry-level deal that has a cap hit of $792,500. Cap-friendly. Georgiev was at Rangers development camp earlier this month and played last season for TPS in the Finnish League.